So my voice is a little bit away. Maybe you can make your press conference.
Jurgen, given that Liverpool haven't lost a game this season when Joel Matip has played and conceded 9 in the 13 appearances that he has made, what was your reaction to the conversation you had with him when he said that he wasn't going to go for a return to international football?
To the African Cup?
Yeah.
Actually, we had this talk already a few weeks ago, so I was not surprised now anymore. Of course, I'm happy about this, that's no doubt, but players have to make these decisions by themselves. It's nothing what the club can do, so it's but for Joel it's different because he's grown up in Germany and all that stuff, so it's that's different, and of course that's always different. I had a few players like this, and so he decided this for himself, and good for us.
How will the break in Barcelona have lifted team morale after the disappointment at Bournemouth last week?
Actually, when you do something like this, then it's the best thing to do after you lost the game, because after you've won a game, everybody want to be together. After you lost a game, everybody want to go home usually, and being alone. And so it was good for us to stay together, have a good time. It was, of course, you can imagine, Barcelona is a nice place. We could train there. Sun was shining, 15, 16, 17, 18 degrees. I'm not sure, but it felt pretty warm. We could see the match, and especially the players who are often away in international games, they don't have a lot of time off. So, and they had a few nice hours at Barcelona. So I was really happy for them, and was good, perfect organized. And so Wednesday we came back and could train immediately here, and already settled again.
How careful do you have to be with carries at the moment? I ask because we've seen keepers in the past taken out of the firing line. David De Gea in his first season in English football. So, given the criticism that Karius has received, is the best course of action to continue playing him or to give him a bit of a break?
Maybe you should explain to me. I only heard about that criticism was very harsh. When we made the analysis about the game, I found 8 players who could have defended the goal before Lloris was involved. So, and at the end, that's how it is. Yeah. And then he made a mistake too, which De Gea made a few days before. So it's even the best goalkeepers in the world still make mistakes. That's possible, and it's all up to you. It's not up to me. I know we live in a public world, and everything is interesting and everything, and we have to deal with pressure and all that stuff. But so we actually. There's no perfect recipe for development, but shut your ears, I would say, close your ears. That makes helps a lot, and I'm quite good in this actually. It helped me a lot in my life, and hopefully he can a little bit adapt to my skills in this.
Just a general fitness update, I suppose. Joel, I think we'll be back in training. Sadio, okay. Daniel, how? Not at all. So where are we with Daniel, and maybe looking forward? How is he?
No real idea. Until now, he didn't train on the pitch. Maybe today it was not 100% clear yesterday, and he will go on today on the pitch. But that that means then starting the work. The football work then on the pitch, so not with the team, only with the rehab coach. So I have no idea when he is back.
That's quite a blow, isn't it?
Yes.
What can you do?
Nothing. Wait. That's my job.
Daniel being now.
Not happy? It would be nice if the camera could show your face when you ask the question. So that's the life of football. So you cannot force things like this. Never. It's not important what's the name of the player, what the quality of the player you have as a manager. You have to wait until they are back, and sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer because you decide then what we had already in the past. That I say, okay, now a few days training would be nice before we start them again. Yeah, but of course not perfect in our situation with Phil and Danny and all that stuff, but not to change.
Jurgen, can you put a timeline on these things then, when you expect Daniel to return, or do you just take a step back and let it...
I can. I learned pretty early that I can't make pressure with making timelines, so why should I do it? No, I can't. So hopefully, that's for sure, as quick, he will be back as quick as possible. Oh. But I really, in this moment, no idea. So if he's not in training with the team in the moment, so it's not, of course, we don't have to think about him for West Ham, not to think about him for Middlesbrough. And maybe then, but I have no idea. So now you can write, what's the game after Middlesbrough? Everton. Oh. So.
Just before Christmas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice, but I really no idea.
Could I just ask,
Of course.
Going to Barcelona, the team bonding exercise, is that something you would like to do more of?
Always. That would be the best. No, it was really nice, and it was a wonderful opportunity the club gave us. So that's a few things, part of a few things I've learned since I'm here, because it's really the whole season is so intense and everything, and yeah. Each person any person need a little bit of rest. So you cannot push them through all the time. I never did it before, but especially now here in England with this intensive time ahead, it's really important that you can, if the club gives you the opportunity to do something like this. And we did it last year with Tenerife. It was different because it was an international break. We only had a few players with us, but the whole staff with the kids and everything, that was really nice and helped a lot to know more about each other. And this time again, so it's good. We have always the same time together. It's before training, it's after training, it's training in the hotel and all that stuff. But we are not a lot private together, so we used the time. So it was good. Good food, nice weather, all good.
Yeah, again, when you win a game in dramatic circumstances, it can have a really positive effect that's actually worth more than just the victory. And the flip side of that is sometimes when you lose a game under the same sort of circumstances, it can have a knock-on effect that is worth, it's not just a defeat, it can leave a bit of a hangover. Is there a concern for you that might leave a mark for the player?
No concern, but actually, when you win a game like this, like with the Norwich or Dortmund, it's not sure that you will that you are prepared for the next situation. You only think what is the only thing what's for sure is that you will these games, not always, and sometimes you lose them. And that's the situation. Was the situation in the Bournemouth game. More important is how we played around. So when we actually, I think I said it after the game, I'm not sure, that we played good enough to win the game until it slipped through our fingers. That was wrong judgment. That was we did the wrong things. We were getting passive. What we usually, what's not really usual for us. But that's what I said around the goals. The second goal, really not good protected. Was not a good. We were 3-1 up. Yes, played one bad pass close to their box. So. And they score a goal, that makes not a lot of sense. So we did it already 500 times better, but in this situation, we did it not good, and Bournemouth used the situation. All the goals could have been defended easily, but we didn't do it. So that's our fault, that's only we are responsible for this. But it's always good when you know that you are responsible by yourself, because then you can change it. And for me, it's very important that we keep on playing like we played, with better defending, of course, in the specific situations. But it's not allowed that I pick now all the situations out and say, but if we play, if we are in an offensive moment, if you want, protection is always very important. We have a clear rule: be an option or protection. But if we only think about protection, we cannot be an option anymore. So is this kind of risk you have to take in this area? But at the end, some teams will have counterattacks, but we can defend them better. So it was not really, it was not the first, it was Devok's pass, and it was not the first challenge. We could have done it in a 4 to 5 challenges to do, or we could have done better. That's all. Nothing else happened at the end. We have to. That's sport. You have to congratulate you to say to Bournemouth, well done. That was really important because that's one. I love it in sport. Only you don't want to be part of it. That's how it is. But if it happens, come on, then say what you have to say in this moment and go back to your team and work again on the right things, and everything will be good. If there's any influence on the next game, no idea. What we will be more than we were maybe before Bournemouth, we will be more angry again, because angry about ourselves, and that's important. But West Ham will be a really tough challenge. So, interesting game.
You've had some good contests with West Ham since you became manager, and it's strange to see them in the position where they are in the Premier League table. You wouldn't expect them to be there for too much longer, and they've got some really good attacking players. Having Andy Carroll could be back to play some part of the run. Yeah,
of course. Nobody would have expected that, and or this situation at the table. That's how it is. But the only thing I know, I saw West Ham a lot of times, but the last 3 games I saw much more in detail, and. Injuries. So, and how it is, they all come back when they play against us. But that's no problem, because we want to beat the best West Ham, if you want. So, and but I think we will face the best West Ham. So I think pretty sure. Slaven Bilic today said that a lot of injured players are back for the Liverpool clash. So will be interesting. How I said, it's really difficult, and we need everybody in the stadium. And it's West Ham, and they want to come back on track. That's how it is. They need results, but we need results too, and it's at home, so we have to show the difference.
Jurgen, I was wondering, when Manny does go to the Africa Cup of Nations in January, do you see it as a good opportunity maybe for the likes of Ojo, perhaps, to show what he can do in that period?
First of all, if I heard about the interview with Ojo, I'm not sure what it was, the 1-1 translation. But I said, if he's doing well, then the door is open. So that's how it is for all players. Yeah. So I like this when you go with your question in the direction, go 2 weeks back to the second team, and then you come back and everything is good. No, Ojo has to do well. That's how all the players has to do. And there's not Ojo, there's not only Ben Woodburn. If there's another player, my eyes are always open. And of course, we have to look for all our options. But that's for sure, and I cannot change that. It's all up to the players.
You mentioned just a minute ago about players being angry when they play this weekend, and you've used angry before. And I know you've been angry in the literal sense, but is that how you prefer your sides to be? How do you think your side play best when they've got that real sort of motivation?
Look, in sports, always when you're on the highest level, there are not a lot of things that can make the difference. Sometimes it's the quality, but that's not really often. Most of the time, it's kind of the attitude, because the other team is really good prepared too. We should know about this, and then a few details make the difference. And I said a lot of times, being aggressive means, in my understanding, being ready to hurt yourself, not the other player. So that's this kind of aggression what we need. And to be angry doesn't mean they are responsible for anything what we didn't get in the last few weeks, but they want to have the points here, and that makes me angry already when I speak about it. So and that's all. Of course you need it on highest level. If you ever saw a race where the winner was not this kind of angry on the last few yards, then he was really much better. Than maybe Usain Bolt can do it. He enjoys actually after 80 meters already the race, probably. But most of all the other sportsman in life, you have to fight until the end, and that's what we have to do each week, and that's what you need, and that's what we will be 100%.
We're also going back to the start of the press conference when we spoke about Joel Matip and the results you've had when he's in the team. What influence has he had on the team since he arrived, do you think?
Obviously a good one, huh? No, he's a good player, and obviously he adapted pretty soon to what we need, and it worked really well. But it's not fair. It's not fair. We made that, of course, even the centre halves were not perfect around the goals, but that's, by the way, pretty likely. Most of the time, if we concede goals, the centre half is around, and maybe he could have done better. At Burnley, which was the other game which we lost, it was really. We should have defended the goals much earlier than in the centre half region. So. Yeah, we made similar mistakes again, and again a team used it. And if you want, you can do it. I don't care, really. This time it was pretty simple not to read what you write, because I'm not masochist. Why should I read what you write about this game? So I thought, but it was clear that a lot of people will say a lot of things about what we did wrong, and they are all right. But it was one match. And we had a few similar problems in other matches, which the opponent didn't use. So we were already aware of it. But this game helped us a lot to understand really what's the problem with our protection sometimes. And yeah, that's all actually. So it's Joel is a wonderful player, but Luke and Dejan and Ragnar and Joe Gomez in the future again, they are really good football players, and they will do a wonderful job for Liverpool. And they did already, and one game not. And if you want to judge finally these players, do it. I won't do this.
You'll obviously left the club this week. Just wondering what your reaction to that was, and whether there's any news on a replacement.
No news on a replacement on the other side. So no, I'm not really used to do this, but I wish him all the best, of course. No, only about my English. I think about my English. It's a very interesting challenge. I'm not sure I would have done it. I like Brazil. Was never there, but maybe I should make their holiday and not work. But he's a very serious person, and I'm sure he thought a lot about it. And now they will make the step. It's a big adventure for sure. And I wish him all the best. Did a wonderful job here. Worked really good together. And I heard that he said a few words that he will miss all around LFC and Liverpool, the city. So we will miss him too. But I said all the best for the job.
Thanks, guys. Thank you very much.
Welcome.